Hey, and welcome back to How to Be Real, a place where we can be real in a world obsessed with fake. Okay, I am Tasha B. I am an actor, a filmmaker, and creator, and I am abundant and ever growing and ever learning.
And I'm Tay, and I am a creative producer, lover of all things wellness, your favorite local yogi, and I'm thankful. Thankful.
Heavy on that. Thankful, for real. And once we get that out the way, I say, how you doing, Tay?
Girl, I'm feeling good. I'm feel thankful.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
Tis the season.
Tis the season, all of the holidays are upon us, and I've been feeling super, not even gonna lie, like super overwhelmed.
It's
I
a
think
lot.
just with
Yeah.
everything, wrapping up Q4, and of course, families always want to act up around the holidays, so a little bit of that, but I'm just super thankful because I have a dope ass like support system by my side, people who love me, and I love them right on back. So, yeah, see it living to fight another day.
But you live.
Yes.
You live to fight another day.
Yeah.
I heard that. Yes.
That's a power quote.
Yes.
How are you doing, friend?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm also feeling very grateful, but also like I'm heavy in my letting things go. Not even just in my letting things go, but like being ready to let things go.
Ooh.
Like there's been, this is my first year in my 30s. So this is my first full year in 30, and it was jarring to say the least. But in that though, what I am grateful for is I've learned that there was a lot of things, both literally and obviously, emotionally, mentally, metaphorically, that I've been holding on to, that now I can look at it and be like, I think I'm ready to let that go. I'm ready to. That's not, what am I doing? This is very heavy. It's hurting my hands, hurting my back. It's cluttering my home.
Yeah.
I think, why am I working so hard to keep this?
To make space, to hold space for this.
Yeah, why am I holding space for this?
Yeah.
I don't even like this.
Bye.
Maybe it's time to go ahead and release it and let it
Hell
go
yeah.
and feel better. So, yeah, that's where I'm at, So it's not like, I don't know. I feel like I went through the overwhelmingness of it, of like, what is all this shit?
And then you step into a hoarder's house.
Yes.
And you're like, holy
and
shit.
you're like, oh my God, why am I holding all this? This is not even mine.
Yes.
And then, through this year, there was a lot of times my therapist was like, it sounds like that's not even your like ideology. It sounds like you're holding on to this idea that's not yours. And it's like, oh.
Hold on.
Well, why am I? And then there's that party that feels like you want to defend that a little bit. Like, well, because actually, no.
You're right. Damn.
You don't want to do this anymore. Just stop.
Hell yeah.
And then you stop and you're like, whoa, I could just stop. Anytime.
I have that freedom.
I don't want to do this anymore. And it could be just over.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Loving that.
I love that too. That's amazing. And I know that you've been talking about like decluttering your home too, bit by bit. So it feels like just alignment in that way too.
Yeah. And I'm somebody that sometimes will like, I guess I used to. I try not to do this as much, but I'll like do something and be like, I'm going to declutter the whole house this weekend. You're like, girl, you're not.
No.
You're going to make a big ass mess, get overwhelmed, and quit.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen.
Stuff everything back in the closet.
Yes.
And be done.
It's going to be too much, because it is too much. And one thing that is, it was very like, oh, this is a message. One of the days I was decluttering a place that I had not decluttered in like over a year was under my bed. There was just like a bunch of like boxes from things that I opened. Like I had like a backdrop, a little pop-up backdrop in a little box with the little extras that come with it. I need that was under there. A bunch of socks, a bunch of dog toys, a bunch of dog hair, a bunch of just like stuff, right? Stuff that you're like, wow. Some of the things, it was cool because some of the things was like, oh shoot, I forgot this was down here. This is cool. And then some of it was like, you know what? Like there was this old duffel bag under there that I had for so long. Like I got it from Victoria's Secret as like a free, remember they used to give them free gifts? And so I went there for their little semi annual sale, spent who knows how much, and they gave me that free gift. And it was cute. It was blue,
Yeah, the little
kind of
duffels used to be
shiny,
cute.
had some wheels on it. It was very cute. I used
Oh.
it to fly. I mean, I think I got that when I was like 21.
Yeah.
I was super young when I got it. And
And it
so
had wheels too?
yeah, it was nice, but girl, imagine now
all
I'm
dusty.
30. It was and it was one of them things where I never used it. I just kept it because I was like, oh, I like this little free gift bag. Girl, let it go.
Let it
So
go.
it was one of them things where I was like, oh, this bag, but then I looked at it and it was like ripped. There was a hole in it. I'm like, okay, girl,
Let it go.
you would never take this on a flight.
That shit would fall apart.
And it's like before you throw anything back under the bed, either find another place to put it, and if you don't want to put it nowhere else, throw it out. Because you ain't thinking about under this bed. So now there's nothing under my bed.
Ooh, yes, I know that's a good feeling.
It feels really good. And honestly, the room felt lighter. So that was just, I was like, okay, I'm going to give myself a space to declutter and then be like, oh, I'm going to do that this weekend. And then I can kind of like do it as I go. Because when you declutter a space, you empty all the stuff off that space, and now the space is cluttered.
Yeah.
Because you took it from this little spot, from under the bed or in the closet, and now it's all everywhere.
In the living
and
room
you're like,
or whatever.
oh, now the room looks terrible.
It looks crazy. What is half of this shit?
This got worse before it, but
girl, yeah.
the message is sometimes it gets worse or looks worse or feels worse before it gets better. You gotta... It gets messier before you clean it up. You down there gotta make a mess to clean a mess.
Yep, girl, talk about it. That's a word. I feel like every time I start, very similarly to how you're describing, every time I start feeling that way in my life, I'm like, something needs to be decluttered in real life. Because it's like, I don't know, it's almost like putting a physical, something tangible that you can do to something that feels a little uncontrollable in your mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're like, let me just start cleaning up. For me, it's where a lot of my clutter lies is in those I call them like the medicine cabinet, you know what I mean? But it's, I have so much like little oils and tinctures and all that shit.
The ones with like this much left that you're like, oh, I don't want to throw it away because there's some in there.
Yes.
Or the
I want to keep the bottle because I might order this again later. I don't want to forget what it is. Or it's just cute. I might use it for something else.
I might reuse it.
Yeah. And literally, it's like 9 times out of 10, you're not going to reuse it. Throw it away. Take a picture if you want, you know.
But LIG, let it
go.
And so for me, like, yeah, with this decluttering, it really is. I remember taking a bunch of things and just being like, oh, this thing, the memory, but I'm ready to let it go.
Yeah, goodbye.
I'm ready to let that go.
Yeah, see you.
So loving that.
Yeah.
Loving that energy, and things are feeling lighter.
You love that.
But that brings us to our shout out. Shout out to Doma, okay, for not only being just a really great community space for people to come, do some yoga, get their sweat on, and really hone in on their practice, but also for opening their space up to local girlies like us to host a trivia night and really engage with our community IRL. So yes. Again, our trivia night will be December 7th.
Yes.
The link to get tickets is in the show notes. And we are celebrating a year of How to Be Real. So
1 full year.
Yes.
365
That's
days.
crazy. We've
Crazy.
really done it. And we're almost on episode 30. There's just a lot to celebrate. So come out with us, win some prizes, have some drinks, eat some pizza, and just have a good time.
Yeah. Chance to win a free week at Doma.
Yes.
I'm also a teacher there, so come get your butt kicked. Get into your zen. Okay.
She's gonna kick it.
Tap into that zone.
Burn some cows with these holiday treats and feasts.
Exactly. We do have you can stay up to date of course on our Instagrams at howtobereal, at justSay_Tay, at the Tusha B. At the Tusha B. At the Tasha B. And of course at Doma Studio 916 on Instagram. So y'all have no excuse. We'll see you there.
Yes.
Let's have some fun.
And that will transition us to our 3 realists. Yeah. And of course, keeping with the holiday spirit, our 3 realist holiday songs that get us in the spirit.
Ooh, girl. All right. I know we had our pregame right before this, and it was Finish the Holiday Song lyric.
Yes. That was so fun.
That was so fun. And so I'm like damn near all of them we touched on at one point or another. One, I feel like you probably know what I'm about to say. This Christmas.
Oh my God, that's on mine.
Yeah.
That's on mine too.
Because it's a classic.
It's a very good song.
It's a good song. And again, if you watched our live, then this will not be surprising to you. But Donny Hathaway did his big one, all right?
did.
But also
Laid the groundwork.
Laid the groundwork. Heavy, tough. But also, after that one gets done playing, guess which one we have to play next?
Put it on. Put it on.
Guess which version we got to play next?
They made a movie.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he lived the whole time throughout that movie.
He didn't die. They didn't get us with that one.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody went into that like, okay.
Uh-huh.
Chris Brown in the movie. Okay.
This Christmas.
The
Ooh.
fireside is blazing bright. Hey.
As we
Carolyn
hey
through the
night and this Christmas. Ooh. We need a holiday album.
We
Me and you.
do.
How to Be Real Holidays.
Oh my gosh. we can carol.
Yes. That's what we have to do. We'll go around caroling our songs, caroling the covers.
Covering the classics.
Yup, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's your second one?
Let It Snow, Boys to Men. So baby,
I need to add that to my playlist.
Snow.
Let
That's the
it
shit.
snow.
Girl.
Oh my gosh. No. Boys
Yeah.
to Men, yes. Their Christmas album is also very good.
So good.
Yeah.
That's so that's number 2. That one just gets me in the feels.
Yeah.
And last one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Really?
Jackson 5.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Santa Claus
Is coming
to town. No,
Yeah.
the Jackson 5 Christmas album is a must.
No skips.
It's like a good album.
Yeah. No freaking
Jackson 5,
skips.
they were so young to
Literally.
be making hits that today are still like, this is a good song.
Yeah. No. Like Joe Jackson said, if it's not a hit, I'm gonna hit you. So So you better make it.
Cause really,
Okay.
what is the song? I want you back. Oh no, no,
Yeah.
no.
I want you back. Oh, no, lady.
Like, what did
Yeah.
he know about
Girl, nothing.
any of that to be singing it with such feeling? Like,
Yes.
oh my God.
fervor.
Oh baby, give me one more chance.
Joe in the background just watching their asses
yeah,
like,
one more chance.
Got
One more.
you gotta what did bruh from Hustle and Flow, you gotta belt that shit out. He said,
Oh, the baby.
I know. But what are your 3?
The first one. These aren't in any particular order, really. But Destiny's Child, 8 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
Cause
Solid.
doesn't it feel like Christmas?
Mm.
Doesn't it feel like Christmas?
Whoa.
It's like if I'm decorating my tree,
Yes.
I'm playing that.
You're like, it does feel like Christmas.
Now it does.
Now it does.
Yes. And this might be my favorite Christmas song. It's What Christmas Means to Me, Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
That's what Christmas means to me, my love.
Mm.
I just like the vibe of it, the feeling of it.
Hey.
And Stevie Wonder just has one of those voices that's really just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
who is this? No.
Literally.
If you don't know, you will have you like, oh. Very distinct, very smooth, very lively, very energetic, very like happy. Like makes you just happy to hear it.
Yes.
So love that song.
Oh,
love
that's
it,
a
love it,
winner.
love it. And
Anything by Stevie, like
I know his Christmas
Injected.
album, great album.
So good.
It gets deep, it slows down, it speeds up. It's very cool.
It speeds up. Gives you a little
Makes you
something.
smile.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one was This Christmas. But I was like, this is on my list. Because I'm like, if I'm being real,
Come on.
I like the song.
Come on.
I actually really, really love the song. I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah.
It's so good. One of my favorite sayings, as you know, a broken clock is right twice a day.
You know, and
You know
that's
what I
one of
mean?
the times where you're like, you got to separate the art from the artist.
Oh, I know.
It's like, hopefully it gets easier to do that. But the more stuff, you're like, making it hard, buddy.
You're making
it real hard. Because that
real.
documentary,
Girl, oh my God. Literally, I had Rod watch it and was talking to him about it. And he literally just today came home. I don't know how we ended up on that, but on his lunch break, and he was like, you know, ever since we was talking about Chris Brown and all that stuff in the documentary, and a song comes on by him, I just be feeling weird.
you kind of
I'm
like,
yeah, I know.
Like if it's, especially if it's not one of the songs that's like, okay, this kind of brings back memories and I have my own associations with the song. If it's like something that's like, I don't really know this song, but this is Chris Brown.
Yeah. Ooh. Yikes.
Brutal.
Yeah, I know. It's like
He's
I
like
don't
a
know.
violent guy.
Super fucking violent.
It seems like it. I mean, hey, we hate to see it.
I know.
Not just, for the victims, obviously, but
Absolutely.
also for just, hey, what was I, middle school when Chris Brown came out? We like grew up with him. He's like our, I don't want to say this, but I almost did.
I know.
But like, the way like my mom grew up
Tasha.
with like Michael Jackson, he's our, I mean, we have Usher too, but also even Usher sometimes. It's like a lot of these, but you know what? That's what 2024 did. It showed us like these are false idols. These are not
absolutely.
people. You got these people on this pedestal. Don't.
The veil is lifted.
They're just people. So it heavy on the, I like this song. I love this music. Love your voice when you sing. Like,
but this man,
but
absolutely not.
Do I know you? No.
No. Do I trust you? Would I welcome you in my home? Would I want you to date my daughter? No.
Can I say I'm a fan of you as a person?
Absolutely
Can't say
not.
that. I can't. I do
can't.
not know you. But the music, love it.
Yeah.
Love the music. Keep doing it. I'm appreciating your art.
I see you as an artist.
I see you as an artist, and I love what you're creating.
Yeah.
Loving it. Keep going.
I'm not going to lie. I can't feel, I feel like that does not apply to R. Kelly for me. Like,
but I also like when all of that came out, I was like, "Ooh, I'm taking all the R. Kelly off my stuff," and I didn't have any. So
right?
I was
No,
like,
for real, same.
So
that was an
pretty
easy
much
lift.
Nothing changed. I didn't have any. I think I might have had one where he was featured, and it was
Same
Busted.
girl?
It was Busted. Cause you busted, get upstairs.
My
Pack your bags,
Yeah.
cause you busted. And I had to take it off, cause I was like, yeah, nah.
I can't.
Even though
In good
that is
faith.
such a good,
Again.
love that song.
Woo.
I want someone to do that, like run that back, doing like a little narrative song where there's
Right?
two people. It's a duet, but it's like there's a story
There's
here.
a story here. Let's go back to story.
Because what was the other one? It was Busted and what was the other one?
Trapped in the closet.
Contagious. You're
Oh.
contagious.
Oh, yeah. Every crazy.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, Brother Isley really made that. He held that shit down.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was like, I can't in good faith have this
Yeah.
say. If I want to listen to it, I'll listen to it. But I'm not finna. I just can't.
Yeah. So.
GP. Just GP, we gotta just, we gotta stand on it. Yeah. We gotta stand on what we stand on,
Yep.
But again, no judgment if you're like, these is bops and I love them. I feel you, because I can't say nothing because I'm doing the same thing with Chris. I winced watching that documentary. Like, ooh.
Yikes. You are a terrible human being.
But then after it, I asked, I was like, are you going to delete all the Chris Brown? Maybe not all of it. Maybe not every song.
Like, do I have to delete, like, Run It? Like,
Do I have to delete, like, Liquor and, like, No Guidance and, like, because that, even No Guidance is, like, such a great song, but now it's, like, with Chris Brown and Drake, you're like,
oh my God.
do I really want to hear these two guys duetting? Do I really want to hear it?
The two, like, worst
The two,
motherfuckers
like,
right now.
cringiest people.
Yeah.
The two people that you're like,
Some Drake. Bro, tell me why some Drake played while Rod's cousins was over the house. And it was just, my thing was just on
the
shuffle.
shuffle. There's so much Drake. There's so much Drake.
Controller came on. And they were like, and mind you, there was 12 people at the house, and our house, our living room area is small, so it's loud in there. And they go, can we see your phone?
Yeah, is it?
We gonna check. And tell me why they put Not Like Us on right then.
Dang.
And they was like, can we see your phone?
See, and I feel the same way about Drake, to where I'm like, the OG Drake, I can listen to. I have not added any music from a Drake album in years. I don't know how many albums it's been. But I know there was one album, it was like, the new Drake. I listened to it, and I was like, I don't like any of this. None of it. None of it. I think the last one that I added, maybe a song, was that Matter of fact, no, I didn't. Never mind. I was gonna say Certified Lover Boy, but I didn't add the song. I think
No.
I liked one, but I don't think I added it.
Yeah, no,
So,
same. I
His
haven't.
music has been kind of on the decline anyway. So
You know, I feel like this is a prediction. He will probably fuck around and try to make a Christmas album.
oh my God, no, that's who we don't need to make a
He
Christmas
gonna make
album.
a Drake
I
Christmas
really
album
don't.
and have hella fire features. Watch. Nah, I don't know. That could be. I feel like he gonna pull some kind of stunt like that to try, like, just pull us back in. But I don't know. I think it's just gonna be one of those things that's short lived. Drake is still. He's going. He's kind of solidified.
Oh my God,
his
yeah, absolutely.
space.
He's like I said, the OG songs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about Controller. That song is a little. It's like any song where he's doing a fake accent.
Controller.
It's kind of like, okay, come on, you're doing too much.
Oh, I fuck with Controller.
But like a nice little After dark, I'm in the whip solo. No one's gotta know. I'm like, okay, I can mess with this. This is Drake with the melodies.
Right.
We like you when you
Yeah.
like this. When you're just being you. Just be Aubrey.
Yeah.
This is cool.
He's definitely Aubrey now.
like, stay
He's
Aubrey.
full
If I was
white
him, I would.
woman
Hey,
Aubrey.
look, Drake. You right. Y'all done killed Drake. I'm sorry. I was out here
Rebrand.
trying to be everybody else. Let me be me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be authentic, so I'm Aubrey now, and I'm finna start doing what I want to do. Then I feel like he would get some respect, because what do we respect? Authenticity.
Authenticity. Oh, and
Own your shit.
owning your shit.
Get
with
out and-
accountability.
Yes, and
Accountability and
honestly, I feel like
authenticity.
the way that things are going now, we do like to see people fall, and then stand up like, dang, whew, let me dust myself off. Y'all saw that. That was crazy. Oh my God. I'm feeling better though.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna try to do.
Right.
And now we can be like, okay, I like it. Bounce back.
Look,
I could root for it. But also,
as long as you're not a pedophile in real life.
that's what I was gonna say. That needs to be,
we need to clear that up.
I need to not see you with anything other than your child.
Thank you.
Let's
Because that's
not.
Drake, Aubrey don't also seem like a great person either. So I don't know. Y'all just
Who
fucking,
knows though?
You do you.
We
You
don't
do
know.
you.
He probably
We
don't know. He's living a whole different lifestyle.
False.
It's hard to like be authentic when you are so celebrated for being something that's not you. I feel like that would be a really tough spot to be in. I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard SZA. She did an interview recently where she was like, I don't think I'm meant to be famous. I struggle with it. Like, it's really hard
I did.
to kind of separate and be a normal person, but also have this fame. Like, it's very like easy to get lost and be all weird. And so I'm just saying that to say, like, again, it's no excuse for any pedophilia, but for you to be a weirdo, and there's a lot of people that are weird. I feel like a lot of these famous people, if you were to meet them in real life, you'd be like, oh, you're hella like, you're either like nothing at all, like you appear,
Yeah.
or you're weird.
A lot of hella talented people are weird.
You're like, you don't know how to just like be, which is crazy.
Yep.
You know, because
Yeah.
to us, I mean, it's hard enough to be just as a regular person. But
Facts.
imagine your head is huge. Because, shoot, I couldn't imagine.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine all that.
Honestly, like you said, false idols. I don't think we weren't supposed to have famous people.
No, we were not. I
You know
think
what I mean?
celebrity should really be something to where, again, like we said, we go back to appreciating the art and the artists for their art.
Yeah.
Not for who their kid is, what their kid's wearing. I don't know. Who they're dating, like all that stuff. I feel like a few years ago I started to fall back from that. Of
Same.
just like so and so's dating so and so, and it's just like, back in the day it was like, oh, that's exciting, but then you ask yourself, why? Why is that exciting?
And why do
For
I know
what?
so much about this person, all of these people's fucking business?
Why?
I don't need to know all this.
I do not need to know
Unfollow
that
the shade
Cardi
room.
B is back in the gym after having her baby. That is her business. What? Who am I, her OBGYN?
Right.
I don't know, honey. I've never had kids, so maybe it is right, maybe it's wrong. I don't know, and
like-
really, this is none of my business.
Yeah, just
Check out.
Rooting, yeah, yes, check out. Let me know when they drop some fucking music. How about
Okay,
that?
what's the
Like-
new album called, girl?
Right.
Congratulations on the child. I know there are
Yes.
people like trying to find out her baby's name. Like I guess she got like some bracelets or something that had her baby's names on them, and she tried to hide her new child's name.
brother.
And people, I don't know, zoomed in on I don't know. social media
weird.
and was like, we found the baby's name. It's like, girl, what is
Can
wrong
y'all
with you?
chill?
And y'all it'd be them people that's like, oh, these pedophiles. Honey, that was real weird of you.
Yeah, that was real borderline.
Real weird. You worked that hard to find a
pedophilic.
baby's name that you are not related to and you don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't know the baby's name, then you're probably not supposed to know the baby's name.
Thank you. It's none of your freaking business. And you know what? We get super deep into all of this in our episode called The Age of Celebrity Decline.
We're in it, baby.
Yeah. Tap in. Scroll through some of these episodes and find it. And let us know what you think. Drop a comment and share your insights.
What do y'all think? Are you a stan?
Right. Ooh.
How's that treating you? You love it?
Is that your shit?
Hopefully, if you're doing it. But yeah, maybe we should stop that though.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be your own stan. Stan yourself.
Message.
Take it or leave it though. Who knows?
Yeah.
That will transition us to our weekly reel, which is seasonal depression and cuffing season. Is there a correlation?
Let's find out.
So first, I want to start with seasonal depression, and of course, a definition. You know,
we gotta get clear.
Johns Hopkins website. They define it as they define seasonal depression as seasonal affective disorder, or SAD.
I know. They was messing.
Y'all did that on purpose. As a type of depression. It happens during certain seasons of the year, most often fall or winter. It is thought that shorter days and less daylight may set off a chemical change in the brain, leading to symptoms of depression. So, some statistics. In the United States, about 5% of adults experience SAD. However, the prevalence varies by location, age, and gender. So, by location, basically, it's more common in like northern states. We're talking about the United States. So in the north, where there's obviously a lot more like snow and rain and less sun and all of that. So basically, like here's a stat I got. 9.7% of people in New Hampshire experience seasonal affective disorder versus 1.4% in Florida.
Wow.
The Sunshine State.
Right,
so
exactly.
That gives you an idea of like, okay, it is less sunshine, more sad.
Yeah. Right. Damn.
And then age, it tends to start in young adulthood, usually between the ages of 18 and 30 is when people first start to kind of feel those effects. And then as far as gender, get this, SAD affects women more than men. Of course it does.
Yeah.
With the difference being 2-to-1 to 9-to-1. So basically, 4 out of 5 people who have seasonal depression are women. 4 out of 5 are women.
Wow.
What?
You know, it doesn't shock me though. It does not shock me.
Yeah, some of the stuff, basically, like some key points as to why is they say like estrogen. And our hormones change a lot more often than men's, so we're more prone to that.
Big feelings.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, pregnancy, menstruation, menopause, all of those can just kind of, exacerbate things, especially the reduced sunlight. But also, estrogen has an impact on our serotonin, and estrogen is linked to the production of serotonin. And serotonin is like that happy, the mood stability, happy hormone in our brain.
Yeah.
And it also affects melatonin. So, and melatonin, that messes up our sleep. And so if your sleep is messed up, you ain't getting no sun, you're on your period.
Oh my God, that sounds like a recipe for disaster right there.
And then
just stop there.
And then of course all the societal pressures that women face versus whether it's our appearance or motherhood or singlehood or misogyny and all the things that we face as women. All that combined can create the perfect storm for seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
To rear its ugly head.
Ooh, that is, I definitely know a few folks who've experienced it. I feel like I've kind of experienced it before. And I definitely do think when you are when it comes to cuffing season, I think like, of course it usually happens mostly in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And when it's all dark and cozy. And a lot of societal, I don't know, quote, norms or pressures that are put on people, even if they're not like, they don't come in the package of pressures, have to be with having a relationship, somebody to cuddle up with during that time.
Just not being alone.
Not being
loneliness,
alone.
I feel like, makes whatever you're dealing with harder. When you don't have a person, especially if most of the people you know are kind of coupled up.
Exactly.
Or even maybe it's someone, maybe you do have a friend and they're single, but they also have a child. And so they're doing all these holiday activities. They're going to the pumpkin patch with their child.
Yep.
Who you going to the pumpkin patch with?
You're like, oh.
Yourself?
Even if you want to just...
you could.
Right, you totally could. But even if you're just like, I want to stay home and movie night it up, holiday movies. All them holiday movies is about being in a relationship.
Love. Family.
Yep, love, family.
High school
being together.
sweethearts reconnecting.
Mm-hmm.
Big city.
Yep.
Big city girl, small town guy.
Yes.
Let's get together.
And it's always like the big city girl who's like hella overworked boss bitch, and she's just like, I don't care. She's all cold, and then she comes back home to her small hometown to like
to the
get
Christmas tree farmer.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want some hot cocoa?
Yes. You're like, oh, okay. But yeah, we definitely, our society, social media, TV media, songs, everything really romanticizes that relationships being cuffed up, especially right now.
Hell yeah. And I will say too, like I wouldn't say that it's seasonal affective disorder per se, but I do experience like a downshift in my energy around this time. It's like you lose some sunlight. So then for one, it throws off your freaking schedule to where like, I know for me, I used to be able to run in the evenings. I used to be able to at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, go on an evening run, and that would be really nice. But now not only is it cold, but it's also dark as hell. And it's just not safe to be out there running around, whether it's, some weirdo, some creature, or just a car that might hit you. Yep. So it's like there's a lot of like, well, dang, now I can't do that. And now I got to switch things up and fit things around. And that's for me frustrating. And sometimes, and then it's just cold in the morning, so it's harder to get out of bed.
You just feel groggy and all this stuff. But like something too, which my therapist talked a lot about, because same, I was like, damn, I just feel like this was like a couple years ago. Yeah, I feel like sluggish. I feel like I can't get shit done. And if you, work, about Q4. Everybody's trying to get everything done at the end of the year, wrap all the stuff up with a bow, and kind of like do one last heavy push in production and everything. And so you're like, damn, I'm supposed to be wrapping it up rapid fire right now, and I feel like I'm dwindling. Like, what's going on with me? What's wrong with me? And therapist was like, yo, like naturally your body is going into like more of a hibernation season. Just like animals, just like fucking everything.
Plants,
natural.
there's a lot of plants that go dormant around this time. We're just like, okay, it's gonna be rough. Let me chill.
Exactly. Your body is like telling you it's time to like vibe. Take it easy. Chill out. So a lot of times it can be that. Like literally would this be considered like circadian rhythm?
Yes, and that brings me to what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to my sister, and she was saying, like, daylight savings, I feel like it's stupid. Why do we do it?
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and I guess in 1918, our government started doing it to conserve fuel and power during World War I. The idea was that shifting that time would give people more daylight, so they would not need to use their light bulbs. Electricity. They would save on electricity.
Okay.
Okay. I guess that worked back then.
In 1918.
Yeah. And literally, because I was like, I know there are some states that do it and some states that don't. And I thought it was going to be more states that didn't, but there's only 2. Arizona and Hawaii don't do daylight savings. And the United States, California voted in 2020 to like basically as a state, they introduced legislature to like say, oh, we're good. We're going to remove it. We're going to remove it. But I guess there's a bunch of other steps they need to go through on the federal level to actually either stay where we are as far as, how we are now with like less daylight, either stay in daylight savings time or stay normal. We have to pick one and stay there all year round.
Yeah.
And, California just hasn't done what needs to be done yet.
I remember when that
I remember everyone was like, oh my God. And I thought it was going to be like, and This
Now,
year, no
yeah.
daylight savings.
Me too.
But nothing ever happened. So here we are still doing it. And
Yeah.
so I do wonder, like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on with that? Like,
Can we not? 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like, do we need to? Is it necessary?
we don't. I mean, if it's still about electricity, then I think we're
Because, like, I thought
good.
there was, like, a environmental reason. There isn't. You're messing up our, like you said, our circadian rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Because now the sun is
It's
up or down.
4:30 p.m. and I'm still like, it's dark as fuck.
You don't take a nap at 5.
No.
Take a nap at 5, wake up at 7. You're like, is it 7 a.m.? I'm like, no, it's 7 p.m. That used to happen to me all the time in school. I would take a nap after school and be like, oh my God, it's 6 a.m. No, I have to go to school. And you're like, no, girl, it's 6 p.m. Relax. Dinner's not ready yet. Calm down.
Right. Chill out. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like something that I was reading about, like, you know, making these bonds at in the colder seasons and colder months.
Yes.
It says evolutionary psychology suggests that forming bonds, making connections during harsher seasons is a survival mechanism, which I was like, oh, I mean, makes sense.
It's like mating season.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, I need somebody to stay warm with. You know, there's hella babies that come out around, you know, 9 months from December.
Yep.
Little September babies. Lots of Sagittarius out
Lots
in the world.
of new relationships form.
Yep.
People moving in together.
Exactly. And so I could totally understand why, like, not only with the whole circadian rhythm being thrown off, not only with, like, you know, lack of sunlight and outdoor activities.
People
Being just like, yeah, sad. But add on top of that, there might be like some instinctual feeling inside of you being like, calling for a partner. Yeah, you know?
But I do want to say, okay, so I looked up cupping season. I was like, is there a definition for this?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So cupping season, yes, there is. Defined as a period of time when single people look for short-term romantic partners to spend the colder months with. It usually begins in October and lasts until just after Valentine's Day.
I'm hella weak. This was... Where'd you find that?
It was
That's perfect.
That was like an AI when I Googled it, an AI answer. But then when I looked up, I was like, okay, let me see some stats.
Yeah.
What is supporting that? So dating app usage goes up 30% in November.
Ooh.
Basically, people want to enjoy the fall activities with partners.
Hell yeah.
So, you know.
Maybe bring somebody home. How many movies have we seen that they're just like, I just
need a date for this, or you know, and
get my parents off my back.
Or weddings. There's a lot of people getting married in the fall.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of truth to people just wanting to, like. Oh, another one. Biological factors like testosterone peaking in the fall and serotonin dropping in the winter.
Like all of this,
So
like natural stuff.
Testosterone is peaking, which everybody knows, man or woman, however you identify. You got a lot of testosterone. You know what time it is.
Uh-huh.
You're trying to do something.
It's like male ovulation.
Yes. Plus, you're sad, so you just like, just give me somebody.
Yeah. I just need a warm body. No, for real. It's like the more we talk about this, the more I'm just like, the huge correlation is, or the huge mutual factor, I guess, is nature. It's just like lots of natural body things.
That on top of that, I think because it's like the nature and because of the nature, there's like the society, the social pressures of it all.
Yes.
To where like we all know, we've all been there, where if you're a young adult and you're single and you go to the family function, what's up with you? Who are you dating? When are you gonna settle down? You ain't bringing no man around? You ain't got no blah, 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 blah. It's like, don't be the single one, because they do that if you're single, or if you have someone, then they asking you about kids. When are y'all gonna have kids? It's like there's always
something
conversation around that. You know what I mean? You can't just be you by yourself coming to the family. They're gonna ask you.
Yeah, it's like, God forbid I'm me by myself and happy. Like,
God forbid.
Like, damn.
God forbid I'm chilling.
Ooh, yeah. So, yeah.
But at the same time, you know, no one wants to be lonely, especially in times like you said, when there is a lot to celebrate, and we think about the holidays, and when you do have people, when you have family, when you have a nice circle of people to celebrate with, you don't think about the people who don't have that.
Yeah.
Who have maybe the opposite of that. And they think about like, okay, some people have to draw the boundary of like, look, everybody that's in my family or circle or whatever are toxic as heck, and I don't want to be around that. So I do have to make the hard choice of spending the holidays alone and get me together and just do that. And, you know, I feel for that. And so I do understand the like short term get me through this season relationship. I understand that.
Hell yeah. Same. Absolutely. And I've been there. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely. And that feeling of, like you said, anything just tragic, traumatic, whatever attached to the holiday season is like, yeah, of course. Like, let me get a little somebody. The only thing is, sometimes you got to be a little careful because when you're already feeling all those fucking feelings, and then you let somebody into your life who you're not really super serious about, you know what I mean? It might make matters worse.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You might come out of that like, or I think sometimes too, speaking from personal experience, you don't have the wherewithal to talk about what happens after this. You know, what about when stuff starts warming up? I was actually kind of liking you. And now you like, all right, bye. Damn. So this wasn't real? Was I the cuffing? Ooh, was I the cuffy?
I was the cuffy.
I was the cuffed.
No. I was the temporary relationship.
Yes. Damn. Like I thought I was the one who chose you, not vice versa. Oh no.
But I will say it because it is such a festive season, it does make it easy, and things are kind of geared, like you said, in that like you said, both the nature and the nurture of the environment is very like, if you do start talking to someone around that time, it's real easy to be like, let's go to this ugly sweater party. Let's go over here. And then you meet people's family. If you guys start dating in October and it's serious and y'all like each other, you going to the Thanksgiving dinner. You might end up at the Christmas party.
Celebrate New Year's together.
Exactly. Celebrate New Year's together. And then it's like, that's so much milestone in 2 months. That's literally. Like, well, shoot. We might as well. Oh, now it's Valentine's Day, and we done celebrated all these holidays. We got all these cute pictures, all these memories, and it's like that is those months from October to February are jam packed.
Yeah.
With like
opportunities to
life,
love.
life, like literally life. You know what I mean?
Literally life.
You could have a 4-month relationship and that photo album, your iPhone memories are gonna be like
thick.
Remember when y'all were at the pumpkin patch? Remember when y'all decorated Christmas cookies?
Remember when he cut the turkey at your family's house? You're like, damn.
And he met your grandma. You have a picture. Here's a picture of him and your grandma.
Right. And it was like grandma's last Christmas. Like, you're like, fuck.
Like, remember he bought your mama a present and you didn't know he was gonna do that? Remember this? Remember that? And my birthday's in December too, so it really is like this is like the period.
All the peak moments.
All the peak moments.
You're like, shit.
And put everything together. We're together. This is my man.
This is my man. We go together real bad now.
Real bad. Like, what? We've celebrated every major holiday together.
And don't let them, like, say no. Like, I don't want to celebrate these holidays with you. I just want a little.
Because I feel like I've seen movies where it gets to Valentine's Day and that person's like, ooh, Valentine's Day. But then you're just like, okay, so Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Valentine's Day is where you draw the line.
Crazy. That's crazy. They're like, oh, Valentine's Day is where it really gets
I gotta get you a Valentine's Day gift.
Ooh, you're gonna look at me like your man after that.
So you're looking
like
for
your girl
serious.
after that.
Like, okay, really?
After all the majorest holidays?
After Christmas?
After Christmas? Yeah. If you spend Christmas with me and my family,
if
or
we
vice versa,
exchange Christmas gifts, I don't care if it's a mug.
We lightweight locked in.
If we did anything around the Christmas times, if you saw my Christmas tree, like, what?
You helped me decorate?
Okay.
Oh, my God. If you thought about me during Christmas season.
If you ate a cookie in my presence, we're together.
We're together. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? So, I don't know. I guess the question. You believe there's a link between seasonal oppression? Seasonal oppression. Oh God.
And cuffing season, yes.
Unfortunately, that's year round.
Yeah.
But
Overall oppression.
Overall 365 oppression.
Yes.
There's a link between that and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But seasonal affective disorder, SAD,
Yes.
a link between that and cuffing season. You think there's like a, maybe like cuffing season or seasonal affective disorder maybe causes or contributes? Or maybe you think there's just like a, hey, this is why.
Yeah.
We leaning on each other.
This is why. I do think that it can, I know it can lean into it. Like it has, it can overcross or crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because absolutely, I mean, anybody, I know me, when I'm fucking sad, especially when I'm like down bad sad, being able to have a little, slice ain't half bad.
in the bed.
Yeah, ain't half bad. So it's like, for sure, absolutely. Even if you're not aware of it, I do think that it has correlation. Absolutely. Do you think that, I was going to say, do you think it applies opposite? Like, do you think cuffing season is like, if you get cuffed up, that can kind of affect your sad?
I think maybe if you don't get cuffed up, to where I know, just talking to people that are single, I've heard people say like, yeah, this time of year is kind of rough because, everyone's all booed up.
Yeah.
Getting Christmas cards, especially at our age, because we're at the age where like, yeah, people will send a Christmas card.
I know.
People in their families, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
how cute are they?
Mm-hmm.
And, I've heard people say like, yeah, and I'm just here. Me.
Just me.
Me and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just, and that's not to say that, I don't know, there's anything wrong with being single on the holidays or just at all. But I can understand like maybe not being cuffed could be like, well, I hate this time of year because it's so coupley, it's so family. And I'm just either, especially like people who aren't really cool with their families. Because it could be the thing where maybe you are in a relationship, but your family, you're not good with them. Yep. So that could also affect it. Or like you said, having some trauma around the holidays, a family member that passed, or, maybe it's their birthday, or maybe it was their favorite holiday and they're no longer with you. And that could be really painful of just like, oh, this time of year, it's a stark reminder because it's very obvious when it's this time of year. You see it everywhere, the music, the stores, you see all the decorations, everywhere you look, everyone's talking about the holidays. Yep. So it is very hard to ignore.
No, for real. What would you, I guess my question to you too is, what would you say for folks out there who are experiencing SAD or, and we're kind of smack dab in the middle of cuffing season. What would you say to those folks to kind of like, help out?
I would say like definitely, this sounds so basic, but sunlight. This time, like any time that you can get out into the sun, because for me personally, like I said, the downshift in energy, when I really was like, you know what? The sun. I haven't really seen the sun. Yeah. And so I started like, I have these blinds in my room, and you get some sun, but not a lot with them closed. And so I was like, let me open these. And so I made it a point to like, okay, open these and my room is going to have light, which would then encourage like that. It's crazy how even just that thing changed. And I'm like, okay, well now I kind of do want to go outside, and now I do want to get something done and do something, work on this, do that. And then, get outside for a few minutes, even if you just find a sunny spot and just stand there for a minute with your eyes closed, or, do some breathing, or take a little walk, like do something, do whatever you can, even if it's just like park your car in a sunny spot and sit there with the sun on you. Try to get as much sun as you can, because it does help. It helps us, get some vitamin D and increases our energy, and also can help us align our circadian rhythm to where like, okay, if you're getting adequate sun throughout the day or just a little bit, you're basking in the sunlight. Then when you do go home and the sun does go down, you'll start to feel like, okay, even though, this time change is crazy and, things feel how they feel, it kind of helps regulate that just a little bit. Yeah. So I would definitely say that, and then focus on you. Do a little movement, some exercise, some dancing, something that
dancing is a good one.
Get your body going. You know, that's always really fun. Yeah. And then sleep. Make sure you're getting adequate sleep. And then reach out to who you have. Socialize with who you have.
Yep. Book club. I mean, girl,
You gonna say that every episode?
I'm gonna say that every episode. Book club.
Or even if it's just like social media, you know, or people online. Call a friend that doesn't live near you.
Yeah.
Like do what you can do.
Check in with
FaceTime
peoples.
somebody.
Yeah.
Check in, babes. You know.
Yeah, I feel like one thing that I will add on is for all my girlies out there who, again, wrapping up Q4, waking up early, like super early, like waking up at like 5:30ish, you know, like even if you live in a dark place, you know what I mean, where there like it's just raining, like a Seattle type, you know, where you're just gonna have rain and clouds, like waking up early and getting your day started hella early so that like by the time it gets real dark, like around 4 o'clock ish, your work is damn near done, if not done completely, so that you can kind of live on that natural rhythm of your day, of the day, and kind of help with your sleep pattern.
Yeah.
I know that definitely helped me at one point when I was like getting all thrown off with working, especially because I was working hella late and then waking up still early, but not that early. It was just weird. Waking up early, like with the birds chirping, you know what I mean? Absolutely helped. And that way I could not only get a lot more work done, but my body felt like I was doing the right thing. It felt way more in rhythm, you know, so that you could like literally close the laptop, log off, do whatever, around like 5-ish, you know, start to eat, whatever the hell, you know? So that's another one I would add.
Okay, nice. I wish I could. Actually, I don't. I don't like waking up that early.
No, it's not. It's not fun. Let me know. Okay, wait. Yeah,
Definitely not. If you don't,
it's not great.
For me, I'm one of them. If I don't have to, I'm not.
Yeah, is that? It's not.
But
the
another one
thing
that I want to say is stress management. Whatever's causing you stress, let's try to do what we can to mitigate that. I feel like I say that a lot, but stress, like for me, that's something that's huge. People die from being stressed the hell out. You do. Whether it be you anger easily, or you're easily irritated and you let little things get to you and you're on edge all the time, that type of thing shortens your life. And you're in full control of it. So for me, it's like whatever it is that's causing you sleep. Maybe you do need to wake up early, make up earlier because something about the morning is stressing you out. Do it. It's worth it. It really is, because you can really add quality and longevity to your life by just changing those little things. Like, you know, if it's the clutter in your home that's just like stressing you, it's just like, oh, I don't like all this clutter. Declutter it.
Yeah. Again,
tackle it.
It might not be the easiest thing to do or the most fun thing to do or the thing that you're most used to doing, comfortable doing, but one of those little things can really help to break you out of what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times the things we're used to doing, the things that are like have us set in our ways, sometimes are not the best things for us.
Like I said, looking around like, I don't even like this. Why am I doing this?
Exactly.
Why do I have this shirt?
Why do I have
never
this?
Gonna wear it. I think it's ugly. I look in my closet, see the shirt. Oh, it's an ugly ass shirt. Throw the ugly shirt away.
Throw it away. Get out of here.
But yes, everything that's got you stressed, if you experience it, if you go through it, if you walk by it and you're like, take it down, throw it away.
Yep.
Handle it.
Yep. Wash your hands of it.
Create a peaceful space for yourself.
Yes.
Wherever you can.
Sending all the love out to y'all.
Yes. So transitioning to our What Would You Do segment of the show. Of course, staying on theme with some holiday. We're going to give each other a scenario from a holiday movie, not telling which one. And once, you know, Tay or I answers the scenario, says what we would do, then we have to guess what holiday movie is this scenario from.
Yes.
So Tay, you want to go first?
Yes. Okay, so for context, your spouse is deeply dedicated to their work, helping the community, but they've become distant and overworked, leaving you feeling neglected. Just when you think things can't get worse, a charming outsider pops up from seemingly nowhere and starts offering this sense of support and connection you've been missing.
Ooh.
Right. You start to realize you might even be falling for him and vice versa. Never know. I don't know. But he's not exactly who he says he is. Would you confront your spouse about how their behavior has left you feeling? Or would you let the connection with the outsider grow? Yeah. What would you do?
I would definitely confront my spouse. Just because that's trifling. I'm sorry. I can't move like that. I can't
For
move
real.
like that. Like, I would have to be like, whoa, I really am bothered. If I'm looking over here like this, I need to talk to my husband.
And you have a child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even I was going to say even worse. But even like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
because this family, what are we going to do? Because clearly something's up.
Something's up.
So before I act on this, this is alert. There's a problem. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna probably bring it to therapy first.
Hello.
And then I'm sure my therapist will be like, girl, you need to talk to this man. Let him know what's up and tell him how serious it is. Because a lot of times people don't know.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know. Like, hey, bro, I'm feeling very neglected. Do you even care? Do you even want to be here anymore? Should we do this?
Right.
And if we can have that real conversation and homeboy's like, yeah, actually, I don't want to do it. And then cool. Where's homeboy at?
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I have a game plan. But also, I don't know. I feel like because so much of somebody stepping out is not about the actual other person. Sometimes it's about like what's lacking or, you know, the state of the relationship. But it's really like, this is your choice. You're doing it.
Yeah.
Because you want to. And it's on you to be the adult, the person who's going to be about what they say they're about, and actually handle this in a way that you could be proud of, in a way that is representative of the person that you are and want to be. So for me, I would have to slow that down and be like, hold up. Okay, these feelings are very real. They're very valid. But also, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What do we want to do? You know what I mean? I'm very outside of my reactive bag lately. Like, I don't like being there.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good, you know? It feels like, okay, I just took my own choice away by choice. I chose to not choose. Why did I do that?
For real. Especially if it's like, you know, this person came out of seemingly nowhere. And like, yeah, they are doing pretty much everything you wanted them to do, or it's like they are doing everything right. You know what I mean? Like helping around with your child and, you know, doing all the sweet things that maybe you and your man used to do before your man started getting heavy in his community work and you know, not really paying you much mind.
Yeah.
And so of course in the immediate it would feel great. But then also, like you said, like, how do I want to move?
Yeah, and what am I doing? Especially I have a kid. What example am I setting for this young person who's watching me? Do I want this to be the story that gets told? Because
he loves that person too. Your kid loves the other guy.
Oh, see, that's messy.
Yeah.
I can't have my kid all involved. Yeah, too much mess. Dial it back.
And your husband already doesn't really. He's like, who is this?
Oh,
Like, who is this? But he don't have no time for
he's
you.
like, who is that? Anyway, I gotta go.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh.
Well, like, damn.
If you don't care, no.
Trifling. Or he's like, I don't got time to go Christmas shopping. And then old boy pops up like, oh, I can go.
I actually was just about to go. Wanna go?
And your kid is like, yay. You're like, oh, okay, I guess.
Who is going Christmas shopping with another man and their child?
Girl, this movie was like the most. I was like, yeah, you better. And it's, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what movie this is. Have I seen it?
It's very wholesome. I will say that. It's also a Black Christmas movie. Holiday-ish movie.
So it's not Christmas movie. It's Christmas in the title.
Christmas is not in the title.
Oh, okay. So it's not what I was thinking.
But it is a holiday movie. And it is Christmas time in the movie.
Is it Best Man Holiday?
Wholesome. Like with there's definitely no sex. There's definitely no, not even like touching, just more so flirting. Like
Is it Lifetime?
No, but it does kind of give Lifetime. It's throwback too.
I don't know. You got me.
Okay. It is The Preacher's Wife.
Oh my God, I haven't seen that movie in heck long. Ooh, I'm gonna watch that.
Girl, that's one of my ones. I'm like, y'all are so messy.
Yeah.
Come on.
And she's the preacher's wife.
Right. And he's an angel. Like Dudley, Denzel, an angel. And he over there being messy. He's supposed to be on assignment, helping them out, on assignment to bring them closer.
It is Whitney.
And it did work. It did work. They did come back together.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to watch that.
It was cute.
That was a good scenario. I like it. Messy.
Ew. You know.
Okay. So you are working your job as you do.
Okay. Working woman.
Great at your job. Love what you do. In sync. Doing it. Killing it. but you don't really have time to enjoy the things you'd like to enjoy outside of work, you know, going places that you have on your vision board, and you have this list of things that you would love to do, and you're very creative with it, but you just don't have time because you're working.
Okay.
But then something happens and you end up in a doctor's office and they tell you that you have a brain tumor.
Oh, shit.
And you have 6 months to live.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So you, being the girl with the bucks that you do, the responsible lady, you say, you know what, 6 months, here go my vision board. Let's start crossing things off.
Okay.
So you cash out your retirement. You cash out all your stocks and bonds. You take all your stuff out of them holdings and those trusts. And you say, this is a nest egg. I'm going all out.
Time to put it into good use.
You go to your dream destination. You travel first class. You're living it up.
Aww.
Then you find out, misdiagnosed, no brain tumor.
Oh, them doctors got to see me.
What's your next move?
So have I spent everything?
Spent a good portion of it.
Well, but you said, okay, but I have not really been doing nothing because I've been working hella much.
Yeah.
Am I my age?
You live a modest, good life. And actually, let's say you're a little more seasoned than you are. Let's say 37, 38.
30. Okay. And the question is, how do I feel? How do I go about it?
What are you doing next after that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so on one hand, I'm like, dang, I'm glad I lived. You know what I mean? I'm glad I did splurge and gave myself the
treatment.
Yeah, the treatment of a lifetime.
Royal.
Yes, like I would have never, ever, ever done this if I didn't think I was gonna die. You know, and so I definitely wouldn't regret it. I would not regret it because I'm sure I'd be like living it up, you know, like, all right, I'm going to make these last moments count, you know. So I wouldn't regret it. I would sue the shit out of them doctors because I'm like, the only reason I spent all this money and did all this is because y'all
sold your house.
Sold my house? Oh, see, yeah, no. Y'all are reimbursing me. Like I'm getting a good lawyer. I already took out all the money. I'm getting a good lawyer. And I'm suing y'all for everything. Like,
because y'all had me fucked up.
Yeah, and for emotional distress. Because I thought I was dying.
Yeah.
I literally could have killed myself. I could have been like, I'm so distraught. Why wait? Like,
could have did crack.
Right, literally.
Some people do shit like that. Like,
instead of treating myself.
Let me try to crack.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm dying anyway. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, no, yeah, so I'm suing them. Honestly, I'd probably be like, knowing me, I'd probably be like, well, money already out. I'm going on another trip. I'd probably go somewhere else because I'm like, now I'm living. You know
already
what I mean?
here. What am I do?
I'm already here.
Go back home and wallow and be like, damn.
Exactly.
Consequences. Like, well, shit, there's money left.
There's money left. So I'd probably like, yeah, I wonder, yeah, I'd probably go on another trip before I have to come back to reality. And I probably wouldn't splurge as much as the first time.
Right, not first class. Maybe we just in business class.
Business class, yeah. Just a little extra leg room. A little extra leg room. Just a little. And I'm going to go.
Emergency exit.
Exactly. I'm like, yes, I will help somebody.
Okay, yes, I'll do it. Let's not take it there, but yes.
But yes. Yeah, so I'd probably go on one more trip and like be like super celebratory. Woo, I'm not dying. And then, yeah, and then probably start to figure out all the other stuff later because also where am I sold my house. I guess I could get an apartment, but also I have no job. So now I have to like, that's why, yeah, I have to rebuild. But also if I'm really that girl and I was great at what I was doing before, I might, if I liked my job, I might go back to my job and be like, hey.
You cussed your boss.
Oh, okay. I'm getting a new job.
I mean, you could try to go back. You was killing it at the job.
Yeah.
So they might take you back.
If I'm killing it at my job, I know I made some connections. I'm hitting up all my connections. I'm getting a better job. Do I have a man?
No.
Okay. I'm getting a better job. And
a man.
And a man. I'm going on that last trip and seeing who, hey, I wasn't really available before because I was dying. But now, now I'm on the market, honey. And I'm on this last little trip, probably somewhere tropical and hot.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting me a little hottie, taking it back to the States.
Hey,
Okay?
get your groove back, girl.
Uh-huh.
Get your groove back.
So yeah, that sounds like turmoil, chaos, but also fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you'd be able to relate to that.
Yeah, definitely. It gives impulse. It gives impulse. I've been there. And the movie is, I know it. I'm just trying to think of the name. Holiday something. No. Best Holiday? No.
Last Holiday.
Last Holiday.
Love that
I knew it was
movie.
Queen Latifah.
Yes.
And LL Cool J.
I literally was like, oh, I'm gonna do my scenario on that, and then I was like, I'm about to put this on. So
Yeah.
I watched it this morning.
So good. Now that is a rewatch, honey.
Oh, I watch it every year. I even watch it sometimes when it's not Christmas. I feel like I watched it this summer. Just
Queen
'cause I was
Latifah can
like,
make a good movie.
She can, right? I like her movies.
She can
Beauty
make a good
Shop.
movie. Yeah.
Have you seen Just Right?
Yes. That's probably my
Least
one.
favorite.
Because Common as a basketball player,
I know.
he's not even taller than Queen Latifah.
I know. I'm like, okay.
Whose idea was this?
Why? Aren't there tall actor men?
There's definitely
I'm
tall
sure there
actor
are.
men.
I mean, at the very I don't know.
But also, too, this is the same Hollywood that made Morris Chestnut an NBA player.
Yeah. Man, had us thinking he was tall. But of course, standing next to Lil Bow Wow is different than
Right.
standing next to Queen. Because, like, everyone's tall to
Everyone's
him.
taller.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. He looked like he was like 9 in that movie, but I think he was like 13 or 14.
I know. That must be super irritating. Also, damn, to kids in the industry, especially back then, especially who always look small.
I know.
Gross. Shame on your parents.
Shame on Hollywood.
Shame on
'cause what
Hollywood.
the hell?
Ugh.
Ugh. But
Gross.
anyway, those were our scenarios.
Right, what would y'all do?
What would y'all do? And what's your favorite holiday movie? Is it messy or is it wholesome? Is it both?
It's a little of both, yes.
That brings us to our thank you.
Thank you.
And this episode, Tay, you wanna give our thanks?
Yes, a big thank you to Bree of
Yes.
New Era of Women. Wow, she hosts these all-women workout classes that Tasha and I attended.
Yes. Weightlifting, baby.
Yes, got a good pump. You know what I mean? And she was very attentive. The women who were there were also sweet.
Yeah.
It was a great group too. Like I think it was like 7 or 8 of us?
It was
Like
7.
7 of us. And I feel like that's just enough to really like have her like pay attention to all of us too.
Oh yeah,
you know?
she was very attentive to everybody. It was really cool.
Got a really great workout, and just like shout out to women in business thriving.
Yes, we love a woman-owned business.
We do.
All the time. We want to shout that out and give thanks. And again, I really like what Bree is doing. It's weightlifting, especially for women, is a lot of women don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Don't know, what is an exercise that I should do, could do. What would I like? How do I experiment? How do I get into it? And personal training is pretty expensive. So these group sessions are a very low barrier for entry for people who want to say, hey, I've never weightlifted before. I want to check it out and see what it is. And she takes you through a warm up, a cool down, and she'll get that heart rate going.
Yes, she will.
with the workouts. So absolutely, if you're looking to get into weightlifting and you're a lady, follow Bree. Her Instagram is at a new era of women. So check that out and give her a follow.
Yes, thank you, Bree.
Thank you, Bree.
But also stay connected with us because
please
we
do.
love you guys. You can follow us at howtobereal on Instagram and TikTok. I'm at justsay_tay.
And I am at the Tasha B.
Yes, and as we mentioned at the earlier part of this episode, we are hosting a trivia night at Doma.
Yes. yes.
So we want to see you guys there. You can stay updated on all of that information at our Instagram accounts, as well as at Doma's Instagram account, Doma Studio 916 on Instagram as well. So we'll see you December 7th from 5 to 7.
Tickets.
Yes, get your tickets. You can also send us a listener letter, what would you do scenario. You can say hi, how y'all doing, by sending us an email, heyhowtobereal@gmail.com. We love all that shit.
We really do.
We love hearing from you guys. It helps us, like, just feel like, we feel good talking to you.
Yes, not like we're screaming into the void.
Right. Building
Even though
relationship.
I don't mind a good void scream.
Hey, me either.
Necessary.
Especially these days and times. So, and please don't forget to leave a rate and review on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, wherever you're listening. We would love to see what you guys think of the show, and whether that's good, bad, in between, show a little love, little emoji pop. We want to see it. We want to see it all. we be in sync.
We really do.
We really do. And you can find all this information linked in the show notes of this episode. And please remember, we are not therapists. We just have them. So, and with that, this week's Random Reel is on you, Tosh.
It is.
What you got for us?
What I have is, you know that thing you've been saying you want to start doing more of? That thing you said you would do to increase your joy or bring more ease into your life? That thing? Yeah, this is your invitation, formally, to do that thing. Do it for you, because you deserve it.
Aww, I love that. How sweet. Yes. Ooh, I deserve it all.
Yes.
Right?
I deserve it all.
Shout out to Kendrick.
So yes, do it for you because you do deserve it all.
Yep. And with that,
Stay real.